Alright, next step is square all my pieces up. I've got 3 or 4 of them already done. I just kind of look them over, see where I can get the best yield out of them, where any defects might be, and then I'll generally load that end up. That's the best choice for a square cut. Put it on my crosscut saw, on it up to the edge where my shortest piece gets cut, and then cut it and then slide it down to my stop right here, which has got a fixed stop and it's above the ground, so it doesn't collect any sawdust in it. So let me get that done. You know, I went a lot of years without having a crosscut saw crosscut sled, and I finally just bit the bullet and made this one. It's perfectly square, and it's made out of 3/4 inch red oak plywood, and the back fence is 2 of them laminated, and this is perfectly square with the blade. And of course I made these little guys here that clamp off and they'll fit on either that for stop blocks. And then I made a couple little modifications. But anyway, you know, when you're cutting a bunch of panels like that, you know, I don't know how many other 9 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 panels, 9 panels. You want them perfectly square. That's the job to do it. The monitor square, you know, I use it every now and then, just in a pinch. But you know, I'll pull that thing off and on many times a day and set it on top of the dumpster or wherever. And but that tool is an invaluable tool. And if you are not using a crosscut sled, I make you one. Bigger is the better as far as I'm concerned, because it's the same amount of work almost, whether it's a little bitty guy or a big guy. But you can get a pretty good size, like almost a 19-inch piece of wood in here for crosscut cutting. And it just makes it really detailed, accurate, square accurate. So there you go. That's free. All right. Got those 9 boards. I only need 6, but I got 9 of them lined up. And we will get her done. I think I really only need 3 of them. Make 6. Because one's each box. I may have twice as much wood here as I needed. That just dawned on me. Anyway, yeah. So there we go. Each one of these is a side panel of 1 box. And for some reason I was thinking I needed 2 of them to make 1 box, but no, I don't. So basically I got enough over there for making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and only need 6. So I'll be mixing some of the parts in here and making you know, a mixed batch of boxes. So we'll see what we got and go with that. So there we go. Now I need to put some stuff to hold it down. All right, this is going to be ball nosed a little bit, so I may have these up just a little bit too tight in the first set out. So all right, so got those in there. Took a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Put those on there, tacked them down with the 23 gauge pin nailer, and then I took this with the brass, just laid it up against the side. This piece here was just a hair taller than my bracket here, about probably maybe a little over 64th. So it's putting downward pressure down on that. It's locking it in. The sides, this plywood here keeps it locked in, and then this is just a spacer for this, so I can get on top of it. This really works really good. If I've got little parts that I'm cutting out, I'll still stick a couple pin nails in it, and of course that's 1/2 inch thick material, so I'll bump down to the pin nail and put maybe an inch board, an inch piece in it, and that will hold it. And yeah, it makes a little deal, but once you finish it, you don't even see them. So anyway, so I need to go in and get the software going and get it set up to cut these. All right, we are now down to making the boxes with the list. These have the numbers, and they also have the 4s on there. Let's look at the tool paths. Quite a few more tool paths on this setup. Laser settings, of course, will need to be adjusted to the 20 watt. And there's several of these in here that do the different things. Let's just look at them real quick. So that's the laser for the hint, and we're going to go over here and adjust that up to the 20 watt and apply it, and click select, and we're going to change this to, of course, 20, as it will burn a hole through there, as we all well know. Speed's 100, so that's all good. We'll click calculate and click close, and we got that one done. Let's look at the laser cut box joints. This is just to do a just to put a pattern on the outside of them. So if I wanted to put a mark on them, so let's go ahead and click that one and click select the 20 watt, and we're going to go back here to the 20 again and click calculate, and so that one will go there. Click close on that one, and then we'll go down here to laser cut just the numbers. So if I just want to use the numbers and put them on there as well, I've got different varieties, so I'm going to go ahead and update that one as well. I'm going to select the 20 watt again, apply, select the 20 watt, put that in 20 watt or 20% speed, go down here to the bottom, calculate, and click close. Okay, so I've got the 3 lasers toolpaths done. I probably won't use all of them on there, but anyway, so they're updated. Then the rest of this is the stars, which is the stars is done by, let's see what I'm using. I think I'm using a ball nose V-bit 60 degree. Okay, because I had put on there ball nose before. So we'll click close on that one. 3 pocket head screw design. Let's see where that one's coming in here. And that is right here on this one right here. And so that one will be just a end mill, 1/8 inch end mill. And this is the drill holes in the corner bottom. So that's drilling the 1/8 inch hole. So that's the 2 for that. And that is a 1/8 inch end mill. And then your cutout, that's going around cutting out all the profiles for the boxes. And I am shows a 1/8 inch end mill, but we're going to tell it to go ahead and use we're going to use a 3/16 inch end mill, just to give me some room to take that. I learned that from the last one. Okay, and then your jig for cutting out the sheets, that's this part here, so we'll go on with that. All right, so what I need to do is just save these tool paths and put them on my thumb drive. So let's go ahead and first off, let's just save the file, and then we'll do a save as well to put it on the thumb drive. And we'll move that down here to thumb drive here, over here, dice, and we'll save it right there and replace that. Okay, so we got all the toolpaths updated on the hard drive and the thumb drive. And then let's go ahead and burn the hints. So we'll go over here and save this toolpath and select the toolpath. We're using the laser because it is a laser. We're going to click save toolpath, and we need to go down here and put a new folder for these are outer box. Oops. I'm going to rename that outer box, and outer box, we'll just call it outer box. And then we'll go here and we're going to call this outside box, and this is a box joint I've cut, so we don't want that to do that. So we're going to click cancel. We need to be on that one because it'll name that toolpath funky. So we want that one to be the laser. We'll click save toolpaths. We're going in the right place. We're going to the outer box, and it's outside box joint laser. So we're going to get in front of that line, get rid of that one, and we'll hit that one, then save that in there. All right, and then I'm not going to do the laser box joints because I really don't need those right now, and I'm not going to cut the numbers, so we're just going to do the hints right now. And then we'll go down here and do the stars and the text, and that will be the first one for Rangers. I think I'll probably go ahead and do that just to keep things going for that. And we're going to change that to a, whoops, not the laser, but the arcs inch. And that's the selected toolpath. And that is using the V-bit 60. So we're going to do that one. Click on that, save toolpath. And we'll put that in there under the outer box. And this one will be the vcarve, backspace over that, vcarve stars and text tab. Click save. Okay, we got that one done. And then the pocket head screws, which is the two end mills, we're going to combine them. So pocket screw head and bottoms. So we'll do that one and that one. And we're going to combine that. That's the USB arcs, visible toolpaths to one file. And there's both 1/8 inch end mills. Click save. We'll put that underneath the outer box. And we're just going to call that the pocket screw heads and recessed bottom. Click save. And then we're getting down here to the cutout. And that's this one here. And we're going to click this one and it's all set up. Select the toolpath and click save toolpath. Go to outside box. And we'll go to here to cutout. And click save. Okay. Now, all these are going to be common except for this one that has the vcarve stars and text. And what I'll do is I'm going to move that to a different subfolder, and we'll burn those independently, depending on which one that I'm wanting to burn. So, okay, so that's that. I'm going to get in and start modifying the other list. This is a 6-sided box, and this is our Ranger code. And I made 18 of these, and they are very popular. I'm making a couple more because I've got some extras. So we're going to do that, and then I've got some other lists that I'm going to do that. So let me go ahead and jump over here and do that. All right, hint, 1 to 6, 6 to 1. What is first can go last. What is last can go first. Make a list. Tap the stars to close, follow the moon to open. So there we are. We got 5 of them lasered. Going on to the 6th one. All right. So what I did is I just simply created the files on my thumb drive. It might be a little bit slow for them to open up. But if you go to the outer box and the vcarve files, I basically took all of the dice that I'm making stuff for, and then I went in there and I just, in each one of these, I created a set of dice that has their names in it. Of course, they're all in the order that they came in. And I'm kind of modified a little bit. The last two, they have more than 6 in their family, so they have 7. So anyway, they're in order, and so then I compile and run a tap file, and we'll burn these all in. So the tap files are just simply set up to where, they'll just burn that part of it in. Not burn it in, but basically carve it in. So there we go. It doesn't put the numbers on there, but it does put the star and the moon on there. So that all looks pretty good. And I did the same thing with the rest of them. And back up into the New Testament. And of course, that's reading again off of the thumb drive. So this is New Testament. The first one's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans. And so that's the include for this box. And then I saved that toolpath as well. And then we'll go back here to the last one, and I'll just save that one file in there. And this one is a little bit of discrepancy on it. I went to 3 or 4 sources, and they have kind of a toss-up between these two, which one was first and which was second, because they're both done the first year. So anyway, so I went down through there and put them in. Hopefully I'll get that right, and we'll get that burn in, and then I of course save that into that folder. So, and then I'm back to the original file, which is the Roll Ranger file, and it's up here in the code, and I didn't save that one because that one's in my generic file. So anyway, so there we go. We got all that in going and happening, and it's now time to go to the shop and start etching in. And basically I will run all the tool paths, probably run the laser first, and then I'll cut these out, and then I'll run the other tool path that's on the thumb drive. And so alright, we started the vcarving. We'll cut in all the names in the New Testament, and we'll put in the names and the moons and the stars. Alright, we got the 2 New Testament boxes. I'll take some of the pieces of here and then change them out with this, so I'll get 2 boxes, and they'll have the New Testament books of the Bible in there. First is, of course, Matthew, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. And then the other piece will get the opposite color. And of course, I haven't got the box joints on them yet, but they're getting closer to it all the time. Right now I have another family, the name of the family, all of them burning in. And my son is refinishing kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets. So that's what's going on today. Another one of my projects that we got going on, and that is a landing spot for this trailer right here. And the double wheels are on a little bit of an incline here. It starts leveling out at the bottom, but it's a pretty good incline. Anyway, I like having 2 holes that I can drop into. I can feel when it's locked in, and then it sets where you don't have to get out and move a bunch of blocks around. So this will give us the ability to make a couple holes and try them down, and then the tires will sit down in there and have a way of coming up. So here we go. All right, I ended up going back in here and I got all my carvings cut from the 4 different main groups that I was using, and I come in here. These are all my 1/8 inch end mills that are going to be cutting, and basically they're just all the same cut. So I combined these 3 cuts, saved the tool path, and then just called it a 1/8 inch end mill, all cuts. So it'll cut out the boxes, and it'll drill the holes over here in the corner, and then drill the little recesses for that. So it'll get all that done, and so that should work good.